Sisyphus was the king of Ephra, his mother was Enuret and his father's name was Thessaly. He had a wife named Murrium, and also had 4 children. Sisyphus was known to be a sly and deceitful person. Because of this, Zeus didn't like him. One day Zeus transformed into an eagle, Caw, and took Aegina, who was daughter of the river god Sisyphus, from the water. Sisyphus saw this and made a deal with Sisyphus to tell him where his daughter was, and in return Sisyphus made a spring flow on Acropolis of Corinth. When Zeus found out Sisyphus told Sisyphus, he decided to punish him for good by chaining him in the underworld. After Sisyphus was chained by Thanatos, who is widely known as the Grim Reaper, Sisyphus was scheming to escape by putting on a persona of false curiosity of how the chains had work. And in the moment of calculated deception, Sisyphus had ironically chained Thanatos instead. Ha ha ha. Though, in another version, Sisyphus had flattered and deceived Thanatos into accepting what he thought were bracelets and necklace but were actually shackles and collar.
Haha. As Sisyphus took his chance of freedom and escape back into the world of the living, his action brought serious consequences when the imprisonment of Thanatos resulted in the absence of death. During this, no mortal could die, which caused the god of war, Ares, to set Thanatos free as he was getting tired of no one dying in the war, and Thanatos went on a mission to recapture Sisyphus. Sisyphus, knowing that his freedom was short-lasted, made Merape disobey his request so that when he was captured and sent back to the underworld, he would be able to return back to the living world to get revenge on his wife for not fulfilling his promise. Which he took this to his advantage as he escaped death the second time with his wife and lived to die an old age, only to return back to the underworld where he would be punished for eternity by rolling a boulder repeatedly up a hill. In another version, Sisyphus told his wife Merape to later throw his lifeless body in the middle of the city square, as a test for his wife's love for him, though his body ended up on the banks of the river Styx. Sisyphus, now in the underworld, told Persephone, queen of the underworld, what had happened, and told her to release him and send him back to the living, so he could punish his wife, which Persephone agreed, and Sisyphus went back to the realm of the living. He found his wife and scolded her, but he then refused to return to Tartarus, which resulted in the god Hermes taking him and dragging him there. Zeus, fed up with Sisyphus' tricks and cunning as well as his hubris, believing he was more cunning than Zeus, punished him to eternally push a boulder uphill, and as soon as he would reach the top of the hill, the boulder would roll off and Sisyphus had to push it back again. Ha ha ha, loser. In a way, Sisyphus' punishment resembles that of our own. The repetition of Sisyphus rolling the boulder, and the boulder falling back down every time show the same nature as some of us. This can be seen by our mundane routine of waking up early every morning, to going to classes and going home and ending it by going to bed, and only have it all repeat for 5 times each week. This can also be shown in our parents' lives and that of our teachers, and everyone around us. We are all Sisyphus, but that doesn't have to be so bad once you learn that accepting it can show you another meaning to life that is worth living. Sisyphus's relationship with his rock is our relationship with the situation that we're in. If you hate it and avoid it as much as possible, you soon see that you'll be stuck and feel defeated with your life, but if you learn to embrace it, you will feel victorious. And life will be much worth living.